You've had it pretty rough. Many of you left your schools back in March expecting to see you on Monday, and that never came. This is not what we envisioned. Spring is meant to be a time of celebration. It's the blooming of all the work and effort you put into the school year. You're supposed to be dancing with your girls at prom. You're supposed to be walking across the stage at graduation with your friends. Instead, you're stuck at home, away from your friends, away from your social supports, trying to figure out this new online school that even your teachers can't figure out. All the while feeling worried about loved ones who are sick or potentially at risk of becoming sick, and worrying about how this will impact your future as a whole. This is hard. And with all these disappointments piling up, how are you supposed to deal with it? Hi, I'm Mallory Grimste. I'm a teen therapist, and I want to talk to you today about how to deal with all these disappointments. Your generation is in a really unique situation in that all of you are going through the same stressors at the same time. The impact of this global pandemic is affecting an entire generation together. So that in and of itself is a really unique circumstance. It's different than going through a natural disaster where only a small section of the population is impacted or affected, like Hurricane Katrina. That being said, just because you're going through it together doesn't mean that it's easy. And I want you to know, regardless of what you think and feel, your experience is real and it's valid. It matters. So while this is not a community that you ever sought to belong to, we're in this together. There's something to the idea of balancing change with acceptance. There's a concept in dialectical behavior therapy called radical acceptance, which is accepting what is. So it's not getting so attached to what was supposed to be or should be, and it's just noticing and acknowledging that this is the reality right now. At the same time, you don't have to just blindly accept that. I think that striving for some sort of change and outcome is really important. So while things are not the way that we plan them to be, what are some areas for improvement and change that you can benefit from? Please stop shoulding on yourself. That's the idea of getting stuck on, oh, I should be doing this should be happening. When you should on yourself, you're staying stuck in what is, and you're not able to get to where you have control of the situation. You're kind of just accepting that this is happening to you, and that's it. That can feel really self-defeating. When you find yourself getting into a have to mindset, I want you to try to replace the words have to with get to. Instead of
I have to do my homework online now,
you can say I get to do my homework online now. Instead of saying
I have to wait until next spring to walk with my class,
try saying I get to wait until next spring to walk with my class. Making that small little shift in language can actually improve your mindset so that you're more appreciative of what opportunities exist. Which is a great next thing to do. Ask yourself, what is the opportunity here? Things are not the way that they're supposed to be or that we ever planned them to be. But what other unforeseen opportunity exists here? I really like to play the what if game. So the what if game is where you go through a list of all the negative what ifs. What if I never get to graduate? What if they tell me I have to take the SATs before I can get in? What if I'm not allowed to apply to college? All these really negative what ifs, and let your mind go wild with it, because if you don't let it out, it's gonna stay festering in your brain and your body. After you spend a period of time with that, then take a few moments and consider the neutral what ifs. What if nothing changes? What if I still get my degree? What if I don't have to repeat this class? All just kind of like the neutral things. They don't really have a strong positive or negative charge to them. Now, this is where it gets really fun. I want you to explore all of the positive possibilities here. And again, let your mind go wild. What if I graduate with honors? What if I'm able to graduate early? What if I have more time to work on a skill? What if I deepen my friendships? Really go wild here with all the positive possibilities, and you may see some other rooms for opportunity that you didn't see before. And as you start finding the opportunities, you'll start to feel a little more in control of what's happening to you and around you. While we can't control the shelter-in-place status or the impact of the virus, we can control things like how we choose to spend our time, what we do to help, what we choose to focus on, what areas we want to improve in our own lives. And that can feel really powerful. You are a human being, and this stuff is hard. It's real. I want you to remind yourself that it's okay to have crappy, crummy days. You're allowed to feel exhausted. You're allowed to feel anxious. You're allowed to feel depressed. You're allowed to experience neutrality. Whatever your emotional and physical experiences at this time, I want you to know that that is okay. If what you're experiencing becomes overwhelming or problematic, I would really encourage you to link up with some sort of counseling. We know that therapy can be really helpful for improving your social connections and supports, which is why I offer group therapy. I highly recommend that you watch the video on your screen right now if you're curious about how group therapy can help you overcome fear and self-doubt. If you found this information helpful, please share it with others. It could really help. Thanks for watching.